Hey, what's up everyone? The Watchlist video here for Monday, September 28th. Nice bounce in the daily candle or daily chart there on the SPY. I'm gonna slide this over. This is my first week back since taking a week off, which I never do. And you can see I traded. This is just Monday through Friday. All my trades. Took this from my TradeStation account. Anyway, very, very choppy for me. I would say, well, I had a week off. I was rusty, but it had nothing to do with it. It was a tricky week. It was weird. The market was pretty weak for the most part early, but then you had these random crazy SPI type moves. So, and you know, certain random stocks were ripping all over the place, and I probably had a little FOMO somewhere in there too. And but anyway, on Friday, which is probably I don't know, maybe here and here and here. I had my best day of the week on Friday. And the funny thing is I didn't add anything to the highlights page on the website because I didn't really have one big winner. I had a bunch of small and medium winners, but ended up having a very, very nice day. The teamwork in the chat room is off the hook, just amazing. It's like anything that's moving has been posted in chat by somebody. Anyway. Looking forward to this week. You know, I got the rust off of me, I think, and I'm ready to go. So just, you know, be careful out there because it is definitely a little bit tricky. But here's what we're watching on Monday. Here's what and remember, when you watch my videos, I'm a day trader. I'm in cash every night. So these are things that might give me an A-plus intraday setup on Monday. You know, I look around, I see stock tweets and Twitter, and I see, you know, throughout the trading day, during the day, I'll see people posting, oh man, I'm just going to add more down here. And oh man, I'm stuck in this one. I can't believe I chased it and now I'm stuck. All I can do is wait or add more. I see all these things, and it makes me kind of cringe because it brings me back to the days when I used to do that. And it's a terrible feeling. I don't ever laugh at anyone because all I do is think, oh my God, I've been there. And it's a terrible way to try to learn trading, you know, learning to average, trying to average down, chasing stuff, following people blindly. For me, the thing I'm most proud of is my equity curve. Here's the most recent snapshot I've taken. I tweeted this the other day on Friday, I guess. This is April 1st through September, through all my trades, including Fridays. And somebody replied to the tweet and said, well, what happened before April 1st? Green dots are new highs for the year on the TradeStation metrics, you know, the matrix thing that they use, or the whatever they call it. What do they call it? Trade manager or something, where you can go in and look at all your trades. So everything there's a couple anomalies on there that are just like glitches. Like there's one big drop between January and, I guess it was between January and April, that looks like I lost like $20,000, and that actually didn't happen. So you know, I have no idea what that is. And to be fair, this big gain didn't happen either. So there are some glitches in it, but overall, this is an absolute reflection of my equity curve. So anyway, that's it's weird. It's a little glitchy, but it's the thing I'm most proud of because I don't do the averaging down anymore. I don't do the holding and hoping, right? I just follow a process every single day. And that's where I get that steady equity curve from. And the reason I do that is because I don't view it as a casino. When I say it, I don't view the market as a casino, and I used to, right? I view it as my career. So you have to play what we teach is defense first always. You know, learning the inflection point or the entries that should work right away. So you get immediate feedback. You get long and you starts knocking down dominoes, knocking down catalysts on the chart above, almost right after your entry. You know, and then you start scaling out into strength. So if you learn to nail the entry and all the other things we teach, you actually can achieve an equity curve like that. The entry is more important, I think, than most people realize. And another thing about what we do is you get long at one of our points that should work right away, and the stock doesn't move or starts to come down instead. You know, that's telling you something too. That's telling you, hey, your thesis is not playing out at all. You can always get back in, but do not hang out when your thesis doesn't play out. I think that's an important little mini lesson I can give you in this video right now. But anyway, I'm going to go into what I'm watching for Monday. UONE, big move there on Friday. Certainly going to watch for a follow-through day. IPDN, kind of the same thing. Strong volume, strong close. Blink I'm on the fence about this. BLNK had the gap up here. came back down to the moving averages, and then had a gap up on Friday, but and actually had a nice trade in this at the open, but gave a lot of it back. So now it's just sitting in the middle of its 4-day range. It's sitting in the middle of Friday's range. So really don't look at that and say, well, look who's winning, right? It's even sitting in the middle of its probably last 2 months range. So right now there's really no edge, but it seems like they're getting decent news lately. So I'm putting it on a chart. SPI, I missed. I was out of the office for this. I would have taken this. I absolutely would have taken this. We had it on watch because it had this crazy move, then a red day. You had the gap down. So now you've got just a narrow, relatively speaking, opening range. I would have absolutely taken this as it broke its opening range and would have given a nice trade. Since it went out and closed close to its lows, does it deserve to be on watch for Monday? Maybe not, but I am going to have it on a chart just because it's making such good moves. SAVA, very extended from the moving averages, right? So I feel like a little bit like I'm chasing, but it did try to break out. A couple nice calls in this, by the way, in the chat room on Friday. I think maybe right here through 11 by a couple different people. The names escape me now, so I apologize. But a really nice late day move. Closing well off its highs though. So anyway, that one, I look at the chart and say, yeah, I'd probably not Monday, but we'll see. I'm going to put it on a chart anyway. LTBR, nice volume, closing well off its highs, but that volume might be telling us something. We're going to watch it. SKYS had this crazy move at the end of the day on Friday, so I'm definitely going to watch it. Also extended. Roku has been very, very strong lately. Closed where it opened pretty much on Friday, so I don't have any kind of edge on the chart, but it did test the 8-day and kind of gap back up. Let's keep our eyes on that one. It is very, very strong, so maybe we get an A+ setup on Monday. Boxel, BOXL, had this gap up last week, kind of gave it all back, and then starting to curl back up again. So I'm going to keep it on watch. KLDO extended, but topped out at 929 on Friday, and then Thursday was 935, holding up pretty well. Another extended one, so I threw it on a chart. Doubt I'll trade it. I can't even really tell you why, but for some reason this big C, it's one of my favorites going into Monday. I had this crazy move back here, all the way to 160, almost completely round trip, came down to like 70, then made a little pop here, came right back down, and is starting to curl back up. It kind of feels like the bottom is in on this thing, or I should say the lower high here. This would have been the bottom, unless something drastic happens, right? So I like this for a potential long setup on Monday. Certainly going to be watching it. MOBL. I'm going to pan out a little bit. I like to look at a chart about like this. Big volume, fairly strong close, couple potential catalysts here and here on the chart above. Right Aid, RAD, just 3 days in a row down to where it bounced off of back in March. So just a potential bounce play. And then Sun W, which ran with SPI, had a crazy move from whatever, I don't know, 60, 70 cents to 850. And then a nasty reversal on Thursday, and then another red day on Friday. I know this, most people would look at this and say, this is not a bullish chart, Mike, and I don't disagree, but as a day trader, the moves this thing's been making, if it does kind of what SPI did on Friday, right, and puts in kind of a narrow range, and then breaks the upside of that range, if I'm sitting there and I see that happening, I'm getting long, because you could get a little mini squeeze. So anyway, that's plenty to watch, and we'll add other gappers in the pre-market. And I'll see y'all in the chat room on Monday morning.